Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to our PYQ solving session. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 14, which is measure of central tendency and dispersion. We will be covering all the questions from the last 12 attempts in this session. That's why I started early, because you know that there were a lot of questions, because the weightage of this chapter is very high, right? Because we are getting around 10 to 13 or 14 marks from this chapter in a usual basis. That's why we started early and we will end it late also. I'll try to finish it ASAP. Okay then, can we start? Yes, Lojan, good evening. Yes, why today early? That's the reason I told you now, right? Shagu, Mahalishmi, everyone, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's start. Okay. First one, chapter 14, Jan 2021 question. We are going to start off with measure of central tendency from all the attempts. Once we finish that, we will start with measures of dispersion. Okay, that is the pattern we are going to follow throughout. Yes, Unhinged Chaos, good evening. Ekta, good evening. Everyone, Rojan, everyone, good evening. Can we start off? Are you guys ready? Let's go. First one, from the records of sizes of shoes sold in a shop, one can compute the following to determine the most preferred shoe size. I told you multiple times, we have mentioned this. Whenever we are counting the number of in retail market, what type of average we are going to choose? We are going to choose the model average, that is option C. Yes, Dhanasri, good evening. Yes, next one. Which of the following does not possess mathematical property? People, the first question now we are going to, yes, not Tilavidea, I am from Kollamda. Yes, does not possess mathematical property. Which one is it? The median. Option D, median. Next question. If y is equal to 3 plus 4.5 into x, then mode value of x is how much? The mode of x is how much? 20. Then the mode value of y is how much is the question. Okay, it's very easy to answer. How are we going to check this? The y is equal to 3 plus 4.5 into x is given in the question. Instead of x, what are you going to substitute? Instead of x, we are going to put 20. That means y is equal to 3 plus 4.5 into what? The 20. Take your calculator and do this. You will get it as 93. So the answer, mode for y is how much then? Answer is option D, 93. I think you understood the method. Next question, another question based on direct formula. Yes. Fourth one, if there are two groups with N1 and N2 observations, H1 and H2 are respective harmonic means. That means the respective harmonic means are also given. Then the harmonic mean of combined observation is how much is the question? People, what is the formula for combined HM? HM combined is nothing but what? The N1 plus N2 divided by N1 by H1 plus N2 by H2. Looking at that, is there any direct answer over there? There is no direct answer. So we will take the LCM in the denominator. What is the LCM in the denominator? H1, H2. That means it will become H2 N1 plus H1 N2. The numerator is N1 plus N2. Now if you take this value to the numerator, it will become H1 H2 into N1 plus N2 divided by N1 H2 plus N2 H1. Looking at that, which option is the right answer? The option D is your right answer. Very easy, right? Yes. Next one, July 2021 question based on measures of central tendency. First one, we have solved it in our marathon also. I think in the previous marathon we have solved the same question. In the previous, the first and second marathon we have solved this. Yes. But in marathon a bit difficult in dispersion. Yes, we will solve more questions now, then you will get it better. Okay, Logesh. Yes. Expenditure of a company is given as per the given item. Everything is given. Year is given, salary is given, fuel and transport expense is given, bonus expense is given, interest on loans is given, then taxes expense is given. All the expenses are given properly. Now people, look at this. What is the average amount of interest per year which the company had to pay during this period? They are just asking the average of interest. Looking at that, what is the interest amount over here? For the first year, 23.4. Second year, 32.5. Then 41.6. 36.4. Then 49.4. People, we need to just take the average of that. That means x bar is equal to what? Sigma x divided by n. N value is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is equal to 5. Then sigma x, take your calculator down. 23.4 plus 32.5 plus 41.6 plus 36.4 plus 49.4 equal to divided by 5, which is equal to how much you are getting? 30. Oh, 1 second, let me check the values again. I think I mistyped something. 23.4 plus 32.5 plus 41.6 plus 36.4 plus 49.4, which is equal to this much divided by how much? 5, which you are getting as 36.66. Option B is your answer. Next question, it's a very interesting question. I'll tell you the method for solving this question. Yes, Budanasri, right answer. There are n numbers. When 50 is subtracted from each of these numbers, the sum of the numbers now obtained is minus 10. Okay, what are they telling? How many numbers are there initially? N numbers are there. When 50 is subtracted from each of these numbers, that means if I have like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like that numbers are there, and I am reducing 50 from each number. That means I am reducing, when 50 is subtracted from each numbers, the sum of the numbers now obtained is how much now? Minus 10. Did you get the logic? That means if there is sigma x, sum of the numbers, minus 50 I am reducing from each number. That means how much I am reducing from all the numbers. If there are n numbers, from n numbers I am reducing 50. That means n into 50 is reduced from the sum. So when I do that, how much am I getting? Minus 10 I am getting. Okay, next what is given down? When 46 is subtracted from each of the original numbers, the sum of the numbers obtained is 70. That means sigma x minus n into 46 is equal to how much? 70. So equation number 1, equation number 2. So the question is, what is the mean of the original n numbers is the question. Very easy to find. People use, I'll just rearrange it. That is 50n. This is how much now? 46n. Now equation 2 minus equation 1. From that I can get the value of n. Then I will find sigma x. So equation 2 minus equation 1 is how much now? Minus will become plus. That means minus 4n is equal to minus 70 minus of minus. This is how much now? 1 second down. This is equation 2 minus equation 1, right? That means 4n is equal to 80. N is equal to how much? 20. If you have n value, substitute it in one of the equation and find the x values. So substitute over here. That means sigma x minus 50 into 10 is how much now? That is, sorry, 20 is how much now? 1000, correct? 50 into 20 is 1000, which is equal to minus 10. Take this to the other side and get sigma x. Sigma x is nothing but 1000 minus 10. That is how much? 990. Sigma x I have. Now the question is mean of the original set. How to find x bar? X bar is nothing but sigma x by n, which is equal to 990 divided by 20, which is 49.5. Option C is your answer. I hope that you guys are there. Yes, please put some emojis, thumbs up or anything down so that I'll know that you guys are there. Okay, yes. Next one. The mean of n observations is x. K is added to each of the observation. The new mean is how much? We know that according to our rule is mean affected by change of origin. Yes, it is affected by change of origin. If each observation is added with a constant value, the mean also will get added with a constant value. So answer is what? If each observation is k is added to each observation, the new mean will be x plus k. Good. Next one, another easy question. Same pattern is repeated throughout. I can expect a question based like this in your coming attempt. That is the Jan attempt. Okay, please make sure that it is not a spoiler. It's a prediction. Oh, it's a prediction. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. Yes. Y is equal to how much now? 3 plus 1.9x. Then mod of x is how much? 15. That means instead of x, I'll put 15 over there. That means 3 plus 1.9 into 15. People, please use your calculator. 1.9 into 15, then plus 3, which is equal to 31.5 is your answer. Option D is your answer. Now we are going for December 2021. Sir, apart from stats, LR and mathematics of finance, which are the other things which boost up mark? Permutation, combination, chapter 1, chapter 2, all these will boost your marks up. But one of the major thing is, if you go for chapter 8, it's a very, you will think that it's a complicated chapter, but usually 4 marks are there and the questions which they ask is very basic. So if you study chapter 8, 4 marks easily you will get. Now going for measure of central tendency, December 2021 question. Yes, question paper. Now, if there are 3 observations, 15, 20 and 25, then the sum of the deviations of observations from their AM is how much? Do you remember? Sigma of xi minus x bar. I told you the method. Answer will be what? 0. Even if it is like sigma f into xi minus x bar. Each observation minus their x bar. Then we are adding all that values. You will get how much? 0. It is a repeated question. It was asked multiple times. Okay. So please upload all PYQ. Yes, Sudarshan, we will be doing all the PYQ stuff. If AM and GM of 10 observations are both 15, then the value of HM. People, if AM and GM, we know that one formula. G is equal to what? Root of AH. That is AM into arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. So G is how much given over here? G is 15. Then A is how much? 15. Then H is how much is the question? Square both sides. That means 15 square is equal to 15 into H. From that, H is equal to 15 square by 15 is how much? 15 itself. That means answer is 15. So we know that if AM and HM are same, then GM is also same. Similarly, if AM and GM are same, then HM is also what? Same. Okay, which chapter skips? Please don't say not to skip. If you ask me the some good so you tell me unhinged chaos. I don't know your name. Your name is that. So written over here. So you tell me which all chapters you have studied. Based on that, I'll tell you what to skip. Okay. I can't say that skip this without knowing which chapter you studied. Sometimes I'll say that skip this chapter whichever you have studied. So I don't want to put you into that stage. Please type which all chapters you have studied. If the average mark for a group of 30 girls is 80 and a group of boys is 70 and combined average is 76, then how many are in the boys group? That means this is a question based on combined average or combined mean. So people, N1 is how much? Girls group has how many? 30. And their X bar is how much? 80. N2 we need to find, correct? Yes. Then X2 bar is how much? The mean of the boys group is how much? 70. Now combined mean is also given. Combined mean is how much? The combined mean is 76, right? 76. People, what is the formula for combined mean? XC bar is equal to N1 X1 bar plus N2 X2 bar divided by what? Divided by N1 plus N2. People, XC bar is how much? 76, which is equal to N1 X1 bar is how much? 30 into 80 plus N2 we don't know, we will find it, into X2 bar is how much? X2 bar is 70, that means 70 N2, can I write it like that? Yes, divided by 30 plus N2. Cross multiply and solve for N2. Cross multiply, that is 76 into 30 plus N2 is equal to how much? This is coming to be the 2400 plus 70 N2. Open the bracket. 76 into 30. 76 into 30, which is equal to 2280 plus 76 N2, which is equal to 2400. You can use calculator. I am just showing the steps. That's all. So which is equal to this much. So people take the 70 into the other side. It will become 6 N2. 76 minus 70 is how much? 6, which is equal to 2400 minus 2280. That is 120. From that, N2 is equal to how much? 120 divided by 6. That is 20. Option, which option is the answer? B is the answer. So measures of central tendency, dispersion, mathematics of finance, blood relation. Okay, got it. So if you want to skip, you skip chapter 8. It is very long. That is very difficult to study at the last moment. So you can skip chapter 8 if you are thinking about skipping something. Two variables. One of the property which is there in my notes, I have discussed in marathon also. If two variables A and B are related by C is equal to AB, then GM of C, GM of C can be written as GM of AB. That can be written as GM of A into GM of what? GM of B. So option B is your answer. Got it? Next one. For a moderately skewed distribution, median is twice the mean, then the mode is dash times the median is the question. People, I told you one formula long back. Mean minus mode. Mo is equal to how many me? 3 me. Correct? Mean minus median. People, open the bracket from here. Mean minus mode is equal to 3 mean minus 3 median. Then people, I'll just take this to the other side. That 3 median comes to this side. 3 median minus mode is equal to 3 mean minus 1 mean is how much? That is 2 mean. Now what else is given in the question? For a moderately skewed distribution, median is twice the mean. So median is 2 times the mean is the question. People, we need to find mode is how many times. So we need to eliminate mean. Mean is what? Mean is 1 by 2 times of median. Substitute. So 3 median minus mode is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 times of what? The median. 2 and 2 cancel. So what is remaining? 3 median minus mode goes to other side, it will become plus mode. Then median comes to this side, it will become minus median is equal to how much mode? Only 1 mode. That means 2 median is equal to how many mode? 1 mode. Now the question is, mode is dash times. Mode is how much times? 2 times. So answer is option C is your answer. Good. Very good question. Very easy to write. Yes. Sudarshan will upload everything. Don't worry. Yes. The median value of the set of observations is this much. Of the given set of observation, we need to find. People, what is the first rule of finding a median or a quartile or a percentile or a decile? What is the first rule? We need to arrange them in the increasing or decreasing order. Usually we will arrange it in the increasing order. So one by one I am going to write in the increasing order. Can we start writing it off? Which is the smallest number? 19 is the smallest number. Then after 19, which one is there? 36. Yes. 36 is the next number. Then which is the next number? 48 is the next number. Then which one is there? 56 is there. Then 66 is there. Correct? Then 72 is there. Then 87 is there. Then 91 is there. So we arrange them in the increasing order. Now people, you tell me how many are there? 3, 6, 8. 8 numbers are there. That means, so median, there are two methods. Multiple formulas are there to find the median. So whenever the number are even, you can take the middle two numbers and take the average. That is 56 plus 66 divided by 2, which is equal to 56 plus 66 divided by 2, which is equal to 61. Option C is your answer. Yes. Okay. So we are discussing chapter 14. Okay. Aisha, Supriya, good evening. Good evening. Yes. Shagu, right answer. So Priya, if you are finding it very difficult now and if you are writing Jan term, you can skip now. Now you don't have enough time. So you study whatever, you do more questions from whatever topics you have already discussed. So, or you have studied already, revise that topic, do more questions and be well and good. I'll do one video regarding how to prepare in the last 20 days. I'll do in detail, I'll do a video. Okay. Tomorrow I'll try to upload it. Then 100 participants express their opinion on recommending a new product to their friends using the attribute most likely, not sure, likely, most likely. That means too many. Based on the number of people or how many number of people are commenting, we are deciding the appropriate measure of central tendency based on the numbers, based on repetition. Yes. Good morning and all are coming. Yoga Priya, it's good evening. Yes. Or you just got up. Next question. Along a road, there are 5 buildings, apartments. We have solved this in our marathon. Marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The number of residents in each building is available. A bus stop is to be set up near one of the buildings so that total distance walked by the residents to the bus stop from their buildings must be kept minimum. Okay, that means it should be in the middle. One must consider involving dash to find the Position. What is a positional average? The positional average is what? It is called as median. Option B is your answer. Next one. Given that mean is equal to this much, mode is equal to this much, median is kitna? How much? S2. How much is it? What is the formula we are going to use? MIMO. That means mean minus mode is equal to how many mimi? How many mimis are there? 3 mimis. That means 3 into mean minus median. Yes. Mean is given, right? 70.2. Then minus mode is how much? 70.50, which is equal to 3 into 70.2 minus, I'll open the bracket. That means 3 into 70.2 minus 3 into median. People, take your calculator and start doing it. So take this first. So this is how much now? Or I will take this 3 median to the other side. 3 median is equal to. So people, 3 into 70.2 is how much? 3 into 70.2, which is equal to 210.6. Then we are taking 210.6. Then 70.2 minus 70.50 is how much? I know the value, but still it is minus 0.3. Minus 0.3 comes to this side. It will become plus 0.3. So this is plus 0.3. So people, tell me the value of median. Very easy to get. That is 210.9 divided by 3, which is equal to 70.3. Option C is your answer. Yes. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, everyone. Yes. Next question now. June 2022 measure of central tendency question. We will solve measure of dispersion after finishing central tendency. Yes. So great, Sudarshan. Yes. Good to know that. Which one is not a measure of central tendency? It is a repeated question now. Range is not a measure of central tendency. It is what? It is a measure of dispersion. Dash mean is calculated when the values in data do not have equal importance. People, what average? Weighted average. I have discussed it in marathon and class. Everywhere I have discussed. Option D, that is the answer. Could you please explain the question once more? Which one, Pallavi? This question, right? We are directly using the formula. Mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median. I just opened the bracket and I rearranged. Median is equal to how much? That is 210.9 divided by 3, which is equal to how much? 70.3. Okay. Yes. Next question. Median of a distribution is obtained from what? From less than type of ogive. I have told multiple times. Median, quartile, percentile, everything is found using what? Ogive or ogive or ogive or whatever way you call it. Next question, people. The mean of 100 students was 45. Later on, it was discovered that marks of 2 students were misread as 85 and 54 instead of 58 and 45. The corrected mean, I told you the formula for corrected mean, x bar corrected is nothing but what? X bar wrong, that means wrong mean, into number of observation minus wrong values. Wrong values we are reducing and we are adding what? Correct values. Correct values divided by n. X bar wrong. How much was the wrong x bar? 45 into n is how much? 100 minus which are the wrong values? Misread as 85 and 54. That means 85 and 54 are the wrong values. 85 minus 54. Then which are the correct values? 58 and 45. 45 divided by 100. Take your calculator. So 45 into 100 minus 85 minus 54 plus 58 plus 45. Then click equal to. Then divide by 100. How much are you getting? The 44.64 is your answer. I hope that everyone got the same answer. Very good. Next question. Very good question. Calculate the third quartile from the following data. What is the first rule of whenever the question is based on partition, median, quartile, decile, percentile? What is the first rule? We need to arrange them in the increasing order. How to arrange which is the smallest number? 16. Then which is the next number? 21. Then 25. Then 27. Then 29. Then 30. Then 31 is there? No, 32 is there. Then for 35 is there, then 40 is there, then 51 is there. Correct? Everything is there. How many people are there in total? 3, 6, then 3, 6, 10. N is equal to 10. So people, what is the formula for finding quartile? Q3 is equal to 3 by 4. It is a discrete method. Discrete data is given 3 by 4 into I by 4 into n plus 1 is the formula, right? N plus 1 value, which is equal to 3 by n is how much? 10. That means 3 into 11 divided by 4th value. People, how are you going to do this? 3 into 11 divided by 4, which is equal to 8.25 value. That is nothing but 8th value plus 0.25 into gap. I told you in marathon what is the meaning of gap. Gap means next value, that is 9th value minus 8th value. That is the gap. So 8th value is which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 35 plus 0.25 into gap is how much? 40 minus 35 is how much? 5. Take your calculator and please do this. 0.25 into 5 plus 35, which is equal to 36.25. 36.25. Option A is your answer. Everyone got the answer? Yes, after this class, give notes, sir. Yes, it will be uploaded like our all the previous classes. The notes will be uploaded and it will be there in the description itself. You can download it from there. The coefficient of deviation based on 25th percentile and 75th percentile. People, 25th percentile is what? That is nothing but our Q1. Then 75th percentile is what? That is nothing but our Q3. So they are asking for coefficient of deviation, means you can directly go for what? Which one you can go for? You can go for quartile, coefficient of quartile deviation you can directly find, right? So before that, people, Q3 is how much? Q3, okay, actually we need to find Q3 and Q1, right? Before that, we need to arrange them in the increasing or decreasing order. We need to arrange. Increasing order we will arrange. So first one, which is the smallest value? 3. Then which is the next value? 4. 4 is there how many times? 2 times. Then which is the next value? 5. Then which is the next value? 6. Then 8 is there how many times? 2 times. Then which is the next value? 9. Okay, we have this much. How many people are there in total? 3, 6 and 8 people are there in total. First, we are going to find the Q1 value, people. Q1 is how much? So we need Q1. So let me find Q1. Q1 is nothing but 1 by 4 into n plus 1 value, which is equal to n is how much over here? How many are there in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 1 divided by 4. Yes, 8 plus 1 by 4 is how much? That is 9 divided by 4, which is equal to 2.25 value. That is nothing but second value. Which is the second value? 4. Second value plus 0.25 into gap. Gap is how much? Third value minus second value. That means 4 minus 4 is how much? 0. That means here first quartile Q1 is equal to 4. Now similarly we will find Q3. Q3 is how much? Q3 is nothing but 3 by 4 into n plus 1. That is how much? 9 itself. 9th value, which is equal to 9 into 3 divided by 4 is how much? 6.75. That means 6th value plus 0.75 into gap, which is the 6th value over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is 8. So 8 and 8, that is again it is coming to be 8 itself. The gap is 0 over here. So you got Q1 is 4, Q3 is 8. Now can you find coefficient of quartile deviation? Yes, I can find. How are you going to find coefficient of quartile deviation? That is nothing but Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1 into 100. People, get me the answer. Q3 minus Q1 is how much? Q3 minus Q1, that is 8 minus 4 is how much? 4 divided by 8 plus 4 is how much? 12. Then into 100, which is nothing but 400 by 12, or I will cancel here. That is nothing but 100 by 3. Option C is your answer. I hope that you understood the method. I think everyone understood how to find quartile for discrete. Actually, this is actually a session which you can use for revision. Revision is easily possible using this session, because why da? We are solving all the previous year question and you are learning the method again. Next question da. A seller of pearls kept the pearls in 7 boxes labeled from 1 to 7. At the end of a day, we found that the jth labeled box contained j number of pearls. What are they telling now? There are j number of what? J number of pearls are there in the jth box. Then the average number of pearls is how much is the question. People, what are they telling? First box will contain, according to the question, first box will contain how many pearls? Only one. Second box will contain how many pearls? 2 pearls. Third box will contain how many pearls? 3 pearls. Fourth box, 4 pearls. Fifth box, 5 pearls. Sixth box, 6 pearls. Seventh box, 7 pearls. They are asking for what? The average number of pearls per box. That means how many boxes are there in total? 7 boxes. Okay. That means sigma x divided by n is our x bar, correct? That means how much is the first pearl? 1. First box is having 1 pearl, second box is having 2 pearl, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 divided by kitna? 7, which is equal to, we need to find the x bar. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 divided plus 7 divided by how much? Divided by 7, which is equal to 4. So this way also you can get, and I told you one method long back. When the gap is same, that means gap in the sense when the common difference is same. Look here, common difference is how much over here between the numbers? That means 1 is the common difference, right? If the common difference is same, you can just take the average of first and the last term. 1 plus 7 divided by 2, which is equal to 8 by 2 is how much? 4. That way also you can find the answer. Option A is your answer. Now we are going for December 2022, people. Very easy attempt. One of the other easy attempt you are getting from this chapter. People, I am telling you, always measures of central tendency and dispersion is one of the easiest topic to get marks from. Okay. Repeat 24th question. Yes. So what is given in the question now? They are telling that a seller of pearls kept the pearls in 7 boxes labeled. Boxes are labeled from 1 to 7. At the end of a day, he found that the jth labeled box containing j numbers of pearls. That means if I am taking the 100th box, I will have how many pearls in that box? 100 pearls. If I am taking the first box, how many pearls will be there? 1 pearl. Second box, 2 pearls. Third box, 3. Fourth box, 4. 5. Fifth box, 5. Sixth box, 6. And seventh box, 7. Likewise, it will be there. Then we are taking the average in order to find the average number of pearls per box. That is the method. Next one. Mean is 10. Mode is 7. Median is kitna is the question. Or is the formula da? Me is equal to, sorry, me mo is equal to 3 into mean minus median. Correct? Mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median is the question. Mean is how much? 10. Mode is how much? 7. Then 3 into mean is how much? 10. Minus median is how much? We need to find. Now people, 10 minus 7 is how much? 3. 3 is equal to 3 into 10 minus median. Now people cancel this. What is remaining? 1 is equal to 10 minus median. From that, median is equal to what? Median is equal to 10 minus 1, which is equal to 9. Option A is your answer. Very easy to get. Next question. The relationship between two variables x and y is given by 4x minus 10y is equal to what? Is equal to 20. If the median value of x is 10, find the median value of y. Very easy, people. So write the equation. I told you the shortcut already. Write the equation directly. That is 4x minus 10y, which is equal to how much as per the question? 20. Instead of x, you will put what? 10. That means 4 into 10 minus 10y is equal to 20. That means 40. Then 20 comes to this side. Minus 20 is equal to 10y goes to other side plus 10y. That means 20 is equal to 10y. That means y is equal to 20 by 10 is how much? 2. That means median of y is how much? 2. Option B. Very easy, right? Yes. Next question. Again they are asking for median. People, What are the given numbers over here? We need to take the numbers one by one. That is 42, 72, 35, then 60, 92, 67, 85, 72, 81, 51, 56, etc., etc. is given. People, how many numbers are there in total? Before that, we need to arrange them in the increasing order, which is the smallest number over here, 35, correct? 35. Then next biggest number is how much? 42. 42. Next biggest number is how much? 51, I guess. Yes, 51. Then 56. Then 67. Then 72. But 72 is repeated 2 times. I am writing 72 again. Then 81. Then 85. Then 92 finally. Now, how to find the median? How many numbers are there in total? 3, 6, 10. When there are even numbers, we can just take the middle two numbers average. 67, sorry, middle two numbers, which are the ones? 67 and 72 only, right? Yes, 67 and 72. So 67 plus 72 divided by 2. 67 plus 72 divided by 2 is equal to how much? 69.5. Everyone got it as 69.5? Yes, option A is your answer. Yes, next one. The mean of 50 observation is 36. If two observation 30 and 42 are to be excluded, then the mean of the remaining observation is how much is the question? People, direct question. They are telling what? They are telling we need to exclude 30 and 42. We don't need to add anything to it. We just need to remove those two numbers. People, you tell me. So, what is the formula? X bar nu is equal to old x bar is how much? That is, I'll write it as a formula itself. X bar into n into n minus removed values divided by n minus how many values are removed? Here, how many values are removed? 2 values are removed. Now, looking at that, x bar is how much? The previous x bar is how much? 36 into 50 minus which are the removed values? 30 and 42 divided by n minus 2 is how much? Why n minus 2? Because 2 values are removed. How many are there in total? N 50. 50 minus 2 is how much? 48. People, take your calculator. 38 into 50 minus 30 minus 42 divided by 48, which is equal to 38.00. Option B is your answer. Everyone got the same answer? Hey, 1 second. 36 into 50, right? 1 second. 36 into 50 minus 30 minus 42, which is equal to this much divided by 48, which is equal to 36. Sorry. Option A is your answer. Next question. If the arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two numbers are 5 and 4 respectively, then the numbers are what is the question? People, AM is given as how much? 5. That means two numbers average should be how much? Normal average should be how much? X plus y divided by 2 should be how much? 5. Looking at that, which all options satisfy this? Option D will not satisfy. 1 plus 16 by 2 is how much? That is 18.8.5. That is not the answer. Option A also will not satisfy. We will check option B. 2 plus 8 divided by 2 is how much? 5. Now we need to check whether the geometric mean is satisfied. That is root of 2 into 8, which is equal to root of 16, which is equal to 4. That means option B is your answer. Okay, everyone understood the method? Option B is your answer. Sir, tell the team to upload like this for economics. Okay, we'll ask. Sir, do you do all the important chapters PYQs like this? Yes, we will be doing. Right now, this is, if you check the live session, I will mention it in the description also. This is the last chapter of stats. We have done all the other 4 chapters. Now, this is the last chapter. Yes, 4 chapter or 5 chapter? Yes, all the other chapters. This is the last chapter. We are finishing statistics part. Tomorrow onwards, we are starting with logical reasoning part. If the arithmetic mean of two numbers is 5, geometric mean is 4, then the value of harmonic mean, what is the formula? G is equal to root of, yes, arithmetic mean into harmonic mean, correct? So, given what is given, the arithmetic mean is given, which is equal to how much? 5. Geometric mean is also given, that is equal to 4. Then what we need to find? H value we need to find. People square both sides, that means 16 is equal to 5 into H. From that, H is equal to what? 16 divided by 5, which is 3.2. 16 by 5, which is 3.2. Option A is your answer. Got the point. Next one. The average age of 15 students in a class is 9 years. I think we solved the same question in class. I mean in our marathon and class also. Out of them, the average of 5 students is 13 years and that of 8 students is 5 years. What is the average age of the remaining 2 students is the question, people. This is a question based on combined average. Combined average is given in the question, that is xc bar is equal to 9. Then n1 plus n2 plus n3 is also given in the question. Then out of them 5 students, that means n1 is equal to 5, x1 bar is equal to 13, n2 is equal to 8, x2 bar is equal to 5, then n3 is equal to 2. They are asking for what? X3 bar they are asking. People, take the formula. Xc bar is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar plus n3 x3 bar divided by what? N1 plus n2 plus n3. People, n1 plus n2 plus n3 is how much? In total we have 15. I am writing 15 over here. Xc bar is how much? That is nothing but 9. Then n1 and x1 bar is how much? N1 is 5. Then x1 bar is equal to 13. N2 is how much? 8. Then x2 bar is equal to 5. Then n3 is equal to how much? 2. x3 bar we need to find. People, take your calculator and start doing the, how will you do it in calculator? Tell me. 9 into 15 m plus, take your calculator, clear the memory. 9 into 15 m plus, then 5 into 13, it goes to the other side. 5 into 13, it goes to the other side. That means it is becoming negative. So you will click what? M minus. Then 8 into 5, it goes to the other side. It will become negative. 8 into 5, click what? M minus. Then click MRC. Divided by, what is the coefficient of x2, x3 bar? That is 2. Divided by MRC. Then click divide by 2. How much is the answer? Option D, 15 is your answer. So you are the best. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Next one. June 2023 attempt. We are going for that. So it is a repeated question. The same question was there in your current MTP. So a professor has given an assignment to students in statistics. Okay, a student compute the AM and standard deviation for a set of 100 observation as 50 and 5 respectively. Later on, she points out that she made a mistake in taking one observation as 100 instead of 50. Very easy. What would be the correct mean? I told you XC correct is equal to X bar wrong X bar into number of observation minus wrong values we are reducing, yes, plus correct values we are adding the correct values, divided by n, which is equal to X bar wrong. How much was the previous X bar? 50 into n is how much? 100 minus, which is the wrong value? Wrong value is how much? 100. That means taking one observation as 100 instead of what? 50. That means 50 is the correct value, divided by n is how much? Total how many observations are there? 100 observations are there. Take your calculator. 50 into 100 minus 100 plus 50 divided by 100. 49.5 is your answer. Option C is your answer. Next one. Next one. Find the mean of following data. Yes, same question was there in marathon was correct. Find the mean of the following data. Class intervals are given. 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and corresponding f values are also given. People, very easy to find the answer. X bar is equal to what? Sigma fx divided by capital N, or I will write it as sigma f. People, sigma f is how much here? 9 plus 13 plus 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 43. Yes, same question I think with this also we did in marathon. So sigma f is equal to how much? 43. Correct? Now people, how to find the x value? How to find the x value? We need to take the class mark or the class mid value. How to find class mid value? We studied in chapter 13, and here also we have studied 10 plus 20 divided by 2, which is 15. So corresponding x values are 15. This is how much? 20 plus 30 by 2 is how much? 25. 35 45, 55, 65, then 70 plus 80 by 2 is 75. So we have x values and corresponding f values are also there. People, how to do it in calculator alone? 15 into 9 m plus, that means sigma fx we are finding. Okay, clear the memory first. 15 into then 9 m plus, then 25 into 13 m plus, 25 into 13 m plus, then 35 into 6 m plus, 35 into 6 m plus, then 45 into 4 m plus, 45 into 4 m plus, then 55 into 6 m plus, 55 into 6 m plus, then 65 into 2 m plus, 65 into 2 m plus, then 75 into 3 m plus, 75 into 3 m plus, then click what? MRC, then divide by how much da? Divided by sigma f. How much is it? 43 divided by 43. How much are you getting da? 35.69 you are getting. So the nearest answer is how much? 35.7. Arthaita, Purinjida, Samjaya, Manasalayo people. Next one. For a moderately skewed distribution, the marks of statistics for a group of 200 students, the mean and median marks are given. Mean is how much da? 56.6. The 55.6. Median is how much da? 52.4. Respectively, find the modal marks. What is the formula? Again, I am telling you, this is one of the most important formula, and I am pretty sure that for this attempt also, this formula based question will be there. What is the formula da? MIMO, that is mean minus mode, is equal to 3 into how many mimes are there? 3 into mean minus median. Yes. Now people, what is given? Mean is how much? 55.6. Mode we need to find. Let it be there, which is equal to 3 into mean minus, that is 55.6, minus how much da? 52.4. Take your calculator and rearrange. You will get the answer, that is 55.6 minus 3 into 55.6 minus 52.4 is equal to mode goes to the other side, it will become mode itself. Yes, minus goes to the other side plus mode. That means which is equal to how much? First find this value. Clear everything. 55.6 minus 52.4, then multiplied with 3, then change the sign, plus 55.6. How much is the answer? 46. Option D is the answer. Okay, yes, perfect. Next one, geometric mean we need to find. This also we solved in the marathon. The geometric mean of 3, 7, 11, 15, 24, 28, 30, comma 0. 0 is coming into the picture. That means any number multiplied with 0 will become what da? 0 itself. Option B is the answer. Next question, median of the following data. Again, a direct question based on median they are asking da. How to find a direct question based on median? We need to first arrange them in the increasing order. Which is the smallest number over here? Looking at this, I think it is 18. Then which is the next number? I think it is 21. Correct. Then which is the next number? 25. Correct. Then 24 over here. Then 25. Then which number is there? 29 is there. Then 30 is there. Then 33 is there. Then 36 is there. Then I missed 28, right? Yes, 1 second. 28, 29. Okay, fine. Then who is remaining? 42 is remaining. Correct? Everything is there. 3, 6, 10. 3, 6, 10. Everything is there. Now 10 people are there means we need to take the average of the middle two terms in order to get the median. That is 28 plus 29 divided by 2. Very easy. 28 plus 29 divided by 2, which is equal to 28.5. Option C is your answer. Very easy, right? Now we need to find the mode of the following data. People, it's a continuous distribution. How to find the mode of a continuous distribution? We have a formula for that. Everyone remember the formula? Without formula, you will not be able to solve this question. Find the mode of the following data. So your energy when answer is 0 is high. Yeah, because I still remember in my 7th standard or 8th standard, there was my Hindi teacher. So she told me one dialogue. Okay, the dialogue was like this. You think that you are a hero, but In real, you are a 0. Yes, that's why the energy is high. Find the mode of the following data. X values are 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, and corresponding F frequency values are also given. Okay. Now, the first one is, we need to find mode. What is the formula for finding mode? The mode is equal to lower class boundary plus frequency of the model class minus frequency of the previous class divided by 2 into frequency of the model class minus frequency of the previous class minus frequency of the next class, the entire thing multiplied with class length. Now people, how to find a model class? That is the first point here. Model class is a class which is having the highest frequency. Who is having the highest frequency here? This is the highest frequency, that is 53. So model class is 30 to 35. So lower class boundary is how much? 30 plus frequency of the model class 53 minus frequency of the previous class 20 divided by 2 into 53 minus frequency of the previous class, that is 20, minus frequency of the next class 42 into class length is how much? 35 minus 30 is, which is equal to how much? 5. Now take your calculator, please do it for me. Yes, first find the values here. First find the denominator. 2 into 53 minus 20 minus 42, that is 44. That means divide equal to, multiplied with how much of 53 minus 20 is how much? That is 33. Then multiplied with 5, which is equal to 1 how much you are getting to? Hey, something went wrong. 1 second. Yes, 2 into 53, 2 into 53 minus 20 minus 42 divide equal to, yes, multiplied with 33 multiplied with 5, then plus 30. You are getting it as 33.75. Option C is your answer. Etra language area? Yes, I know Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, then Hindi I can understand, then English. Yes, that's all. Yes, and Telugu also I can understand, and none chala dangerous. Yes. From the given data set, we need to find the median. People, what is the method for finding median? We need to arrange them in the increasing order. How to arrange them in the increasing order? First one, which is the smallest value, 2 is the smallest value, then 3 is the next biggest value, then 3 is again repeating. Any more 3 here? No. Then which is the next big value? 4 is the next big value. 4 is repeated how many times? Now 3 times it is repeated. Then 5 is the next value. Then 6 is the next value. Then 7 is there. No. 8 is there. Then 9 is there. Yes, 2 times 9 is there. 9. Then which one is there? 10 is there. Then 11 is there. Then 15 is there. Then which one is there? 19 is there. Yes. Okay. We arrange them in the increasing order. Now people, how to find this? So how to find a median? How many are there in total? 3, 6, then 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So 15 terms are there in total. That means how to find the n plus 1 by 2th observation, which is nothing but 15 plus 1 is how much? 16. 16 by 2 is how much? 8th observation. Which is the 8th observation? 3, 6. Okay. 8, 3, that is 6. Okay, fine. 6 is the answer. Option B. Next question. If the mean of two numbers is 30, the geometric mean is 24. So arithmetic mean is given. AM is equal to 30. Geometric mean is 24. What is the harmonic mean of number? Very easy. We told you the formula. G is equal to root of A into H. That is arithmetic mean into harmonic mean. Geometric mean is how much? 24, which is equal to root of 30 into H square and divide. That means 24 square divided by 30, which is equal to what? H. Take your calculator. 24 into equal to divided by 30, which is equal to 19.2. H is equal to 19.2. Very easy. Yes. Next one, December 2023. The AM and HM. What is the time now? 25. Yes, 7:25. The AM and HM of two numbers are 5 and 3.2 respectively. We need to find the GM. Again, see this, it is getting repeated a lot. G is equal to what? Root of arithmetic mean into harmonic mean, which is equal to root of 5 into 3.2, that is root 16, which is equal to 4. Option C is your answer. Next one, if the mode of a group data is 10, median is 6, what is the value of mean? People, very easy. How to find this? The mean minus mean minus mode is equal to how much? 3 into mean minus what? Median. Substitute the value over here. The mode is how much? Mean minus mode is how much given? 10, which is equal to 3 into mean. Can I write it as 3 mean minus how much more median? 3 into median. Median is how much? 3 into 6. Now everything is there, just take it to the other side and accordingly find it. So 3 into 6 is how much? 18. It goes to the other side, it will become plus 18. 18 minus 10 is how much? 8, which is equal to mean minus 3 mean minus mean is how much? 2 mean. From that, mean is equal to what? Which is equal to 4. Option B is your answer. Now the next question, people. If the mean of 5 observation x plus 1, x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 7, x plus 9 is given as 15, find the value of x. Very easy. What is the formula for x bar? Does mean is equal to sigma x divided by n. That is nothing but sum of all the observations. That means 15 is equal to x plus 1 plus x plus 3 plus x plus 3 plus x plus 5 plus x plus 7 plus x plus 9 divided by what? Divided by how many observations are there in total? 3. 5 observations are there in total. People, very easy. You please give me the answer very fast. Cross multiply. 5 into 70. 5 into 15 is how much? That is nothing but 75. How many are there? 5x plus 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 7, 16, 16 plus 9, 25. From that goes to this side, 25 goes to this side, minus 25. 75 minus 25 is 50, which is equal to 5x. X is equal to what? 10. Option A is your answer. So I think I'm writing a lot of steps for you. For that you will understand very easily. People, if you get a question like that, don't take these many steps and all, just use calculator and find the answer very fast. You'll get it very fast. Mean of first 3 terms is 17. Mean of next 4 terms is 21. Find the combined mean. Very easy. What is the formula? Xc bar is equal to n1 x1 bar. n1 x1 bar. How to find? First 3, that means 3 into 17 plus 4 into 21 divided by n1 plus n2 is how much? 3 plus 4 is 7. Take your calculator. 3 into 17, clear the memory first. 3 into 17, m plus 4 into 21, m plus mrc divided by 7, which is equal to 30. 1 second. Let's see, first 3 terms. Yes, 3 terms. 3 into 17, m plus, then 4 terms. 4 into 21, m plus, then mrc divided by 7. Something is going wrong, huh? Mean of 7 terms. Are you getting some mistake is coming for me here? 3 into 17, m plus 4 into 21, m plus mrc divided by 7. Now it's proper. 19.28. Yes. Calculator is acting weird. Yes. Next one. The mean of a set of 20 observation is 18.3. X bar is given 18.3. Mean is reduced by 0.8 when a new observation is added. Then the new observation is how much is the question? People, what is given? They are telling mean of a set of 20 observation is 18.3. That is already there. Then a mean is reduced by 0.6. Mean is reduced by 0.6 means what? 18.3 minus 0.6 is how much? 17.7. So 17.7 is there, is equal to when a new observation is added to the set of observation. People, how are we going to find that is the question. People, total sum initially is how much? That is x bar is 18.5, n is 20, then sigma x will be how much? N into x bar, that is nothing but 20 into 18.3. So 20 into 18.3. Then we are adding a new observation. A new observation is added. Let it be x in plus x divided by divided by how many observations are there in total now? 21 observations are there. Why? An extra observation came into the picture. Now people just cross multiply and get me the answer. X is equal to kitna? Take me the answer. X is equal to, take your calculator, just use calculator. Clear the memory. That is 17.7 into 21 m plus 20 into 18.3 m minus. Then click MRC. How much is the answer? X is equal to 5.7. What did I do in calculator? You tell me. 17.7 cross multiplying into 21 m plus, then 20 into 18.3 m minus, then click MRC. You are getting the value of X. Got it? Yes. If AM and GM of two positive numbers A and B are 12 and 12 respectively, then the numbers are, hey, what is given? Da? AM and GM are same. That means the numbers should also be what? Same. Next one, median of the following frequency distribution. Very easy, people. When we want to find a median, first we need to find the median class. So for that we will find less than cumulative frequency or CF value we are finding. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 20 is 28. 28 plus 12 is how much? 40. 40 plus 7 is 47. So first step is done. Then we need to find what the n by 2th value. N by 2 is how much? 47 by 2, which is equal to 23.5. Now we need to check which is the cumulative frequency just greater than 23.5. Which is the cumulative frequency now? That is 28. So this is our median class. Okay, people, look at the options. There is one condition that we have is always the median should be in between the median class or inside the median class. It should be between 20 and 30. Only one option is there in between 20 and 30, that is 27.75. Option A is your answer. Did you understand? Median should lie in the median class. So answer is option A. You don't need to use all the formulas and all. Okay. Where will be the PDF? It will be there in the description once the class is completed. Okay. If two variables x and y are related like this, 2x minus y is equal to 3. Median of x is 10. Median of y. Repeated question. Very easy. 2x minus y, which is equal to what? 3. Instead of x, we are going to put 10. That is 2 into 10 minus y is equal to 3. That means 20. Then 3 comes to this side, minus 3. Minus y goes to other side, plus y. So answer is y is equal to 17. Option B is your answer. Actually, there was a mistake in this question in your question paper. I mean, options were not given correctly in the question paper during the time of exam that time. Okay. If the mean and median of a moderately asymmetrical series are 26.8 and 27.9 respectively. So mean is given, x bar is given, median is given. Then the most probable mode is how much? Which formula? I am telling you, every time this question is there, a question based on this formula. This time also it will be there. It is not a prediction. I am telling again, it is a spoiler. It will be there. Mean minus mode, me mo is equal to what? 3 into me, mean minus median. Correct? Yes. Now, mean is how much? 26.8 minus mode, which is equal to 3 into mean is how much? 26.8 minus 27.9. That's all. Now take your calculator and please do it. So I'll write it 26.8 minus 3 into 26.8 minus 27.9, which is equal to mode goes to the other side, it will minus mode goes to the other side, it will become plus mode. Take your calculator and please do it for me. Clear the memory, not required at all, but still 26.8 minus 27.9, which is equal to minus 1.1. Multiply it with 3. You are getting minus this much, but minus of minus will become what? The plus. Then plus 26.8. You are getting it as 30.1. So mode is equal to 30.1. Option B is your answer. Yes. Next question, June 2024. Which of the following measure of central tendency will be unaffected by lowest and the highest observations are removed? What do you mean by that? Extreme values. Which is least affected by the extreme values? Which is the least affected one? Median is the least affected one. Then if mean of a data set is 22, median is 22.3, then people find the mode again. Mean minus mode. mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median, which is equal to mean minus mode. We need to, mean is 22 minus mode, which is equal to what? 3 into mean minus median is how much? That is nothing but 22 minus 22.33 is how much? Minus 0.33. People, just very easy, get me the answer. Mode is equal to how much? 22.99. Very easy. Option C is your answer. Next one. Which of the following measure of central tendency depends on the position of the observation, which is called as positional average? Positional average. Who is the positional average? That is none but median. Next question. If there are two groups containing 40 and 30 observations and have an arithmetic mean of 50 and 60, then the combined mean, direct question again, xc bar is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. People, very easy to get. N1 is how much? This much. N2 is how much? This much. X1 bar is how much? 50. X2 bar is how much? 60. Take the values and substitute. You will get the answer. For 40 into 50 plus 30 into 60 divided by 40 plus 30 is how much? 70. Take your calculator. Clear the memory. 40 into 50 m plus 30 into 60 m plus MRC divided by 70. How much is your answer? 54.28. Option C is your answer. Next one. The mean of a set of observation. Again, this question is repeated. We just saw the question. Answer was how much? 5.7. The question repeated just like that without even changing the values. So that's why this PYQ series is important for you people. Once you are done with the PYQ series, you are getting an upper hand over other students who never did a PYQ. Okay, so solve the questions in PYQ. Use the PDF which I am sharing. It will help you out to master this. Okay, next one. September 2024. The mean of group X is 70. The mean of group Y is 85. If the number of observation in group Y is 5 times the number of observation in group X, then the combined mean of both group is how much is the question. People, here x1 bar is how much? 70. x2 bar is how much? 85. Then corresponding n1 is there, corresponding n2 is there. Then the number of observation in group Y, that means n2 is equal to 5 times n1. That's also given. Then the combined mean of both the groups is the question. People, what is the formula for combined mean? xc bar is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. Instead of n1, you can write what? That let it be n1 itself. n1 into x1 bar is how much? 70 plus. Instead of n2, I am going to write 5n1. So 5 into n1 into x2 bar is how much? 85 divided by n1 plus, instead of n2 I am writing 5n1, which is equal to 70n1 plus 85 into 5 is how much? 425, right? 425 n1 divided by 6n1. People, if you ask me, everything get added. That is nothing but, no need to write this step and all, but still for your understanding, some people will be using these steps. So for you guys, it will be helpful. So n1 cancel. 495 divided by 6, which is equal to 82.5. Option D is your answer. 82.5. Okay, next one. The median of the following data. We need to find the median. Very easy to find. How to find the, what are the steps I told you to find median? So first one is find cumulative frequency. 8. 30 plus 8 is 38. 38 plus 40 is 78. 78 plus 12 is 90. 90 plus 10 is 100. That means n value or sigma f value is 100. Then what is the next step? Find n by 2. N by 2 is equal to how much? That is 100 by 2, which is equal to 50. Now tell me which is the cumulative frequency just greater than 50. That is 78. So this is our median class. Median class. Now what is the formula for finding median? Median is equal to lower class boundary plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class divided by frequency of the median class into C. Here C is how much? Class length is how much? Class length is how much now? That is 30 minus 20 is how much? That is 10 itself. Now lower class boundary is 20. 20 plus 50 minus cumulative frequency of the previous class, that is 38, divided by frequency of the median class, that is 40, into 10 people, which is equal to 20 plus 10 and this 0 got cancelled, 12 and 4 got cancelled, 3 will remain, 23 is your answer. Option C is your answer. Got it? Next one. If the mean and median of a moderately, again people, it is getting repeated. Moderately asymmetrical series are 70.8 and what are 70.8 and 68.6 respectively. Then the most probable mode, what is the formula? Mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median. Yes, get me the answer. Mean is how much? 70.8. Then I'm writing this to the other side, minus of 3 into mean minus, that is 70.8 minus 68.6, which is equal to what? Mode. Take your calculator and please find me the answer. So 70.8 minus 68.6, which is equal to 2.2 into 3, change the sign, plus 70.8, which is equal to 64.2. Option A is your answer. Next one. People, direct question, what is the formula? Mean minus median is equal, mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median. Then Jan 2025 attempt, AM and GM for two observations are 8 and 2. Then find the values of two observations. Very easy now, if you ask me. Look here, 8, that means AM. AM means the value of, if I take the options and add, I should get, if I take the average of the options, I should get 8. 16 plus 1 divided by 2 is how much? 8.5. That means option A is wrong. This is also wrong. Either it can be option B or it can be option C. 15.5. First I will check option B. 15.75 plus 0.25 divided by 2 is how much? That is nothing but 16 by 2, which is equal to 8. Now we need to check the GM. GM is equal to nothing but root of 15.75 into 0.25. Take your calculator. 15.25 into 0.25. Then click root. How much are you getting? You are getting it as 1.95. Okay. Now if you check the second one, take GM of 15 and 1. 15 into 1. Then click root. You are getting how much? 15 root is how much? 3.85. That means it is not the nearest answer. This one is nearest. So which is the option? Option B is your answer. Got it? Next one. The mean of 3 observations or 3 numbers is 135. Among the 3 numbers, the biggest is a 180. The difference between the remaining 2 numbers is 25. And the smallest number is how much is the question? People, if there are 3 numbers, let it be A plus B, but they are telling the biggest number is 180. A plus B plus 180 divided by 3 numbers means divided by 3 is equal to how much? 135. Now cross multiply this. From that A plus B is equal to how much? 135 into 3 minus 180. So 135 into 3 minus 180, which is equal to 225. So A plus B is equal to 225. Correct? Then what else is given? Difference between the remaining 2 numbers. That means A minus B is equal to 25. People, now add both. From this you will get 2A is equal to, when you add equation 1 and equation 2, 2A is equal to 250. A is equal to how much? 125. Okay. If A is equal to 125, B will be equal to how much now? B is equal to 100. You tell me now which is the smallest number. 100 is the smallest number. Option D is your answer. Next question, the algebraic sum of deviation of set of observations from their arithmetic mean sigma xi minus x bar is how much? 0. Yes, option D is your answer. Next question, if the mode of the following data set is 13, mode is 13, remember, then the value of x in the data set is how much is the question? People, 13 is repeated how many times? 3 times it is repeated. Then what else is repeated? 8 is also repeated 3 times. People, when can 13 be the mode? When this number is also 13, it will be the mode. That means 2x plus 3 is equal to also what? 13. Then only 4 times it will get repeated. That means 13 is the mode. Got the point? 2x is equal to 10. X is equal to how much? 5. Option A is your answer. Next question, the best measure. Which is the best measure? The mean. Because every time we are using what the arithmetic mean or mean is the best measure of central tendency. Harmonic mean of 2, 4 and 6. If you check the recent years, there were many questions from harmonic mean. So for your coming attempt also, there can be a question based on harmonic mean. So study harmonic mean carefully. Okay, yes. Find the harmonic mean of 2, 4 and 6 respectively. People, what is the formula for finding harmonic mean? The n divided by sigma 1 by x, which is equal to how many values of n is equal to how much? The 3. 3 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6. Take your calculator, people, and please get me the answer for that. Yes. Yes, please get me the answer. So which is equal to, clear the memories and find the denominator. 1 by 2 m plus 1 by 4 m plus then 1 by 6 m plus, then click MRC, divide equal to, multiplied with 3, how much you are getting? 3.27 something you are getting. The nearest answer is option B, 3.3 is your answer. Now May 2025 attempt, a helicopter flies from A to B at a rate of 500 km per hour and comes back at a rate of 700 km per hour. Then the average speed of the helicopter. People, when speed is involved, what average we will find? We will find the harmonic mean. What is the formula? 2AB divided by A plus B, which is equal to 2 into 500 into 700 divided by 500 plus 700 is how much? 1200. Take your calculator. 2 into 500 into 700 divided by 1200, which is equal to 583.33. Option B is your answer. Got it? Yes. Next question. If AM and GM of two numbers are 6.5 and 6 respectively, find the two numbers. People, look at the first option. 6 plus 7 by 2 is how much? 6.5. Then 9 plus 4 by 2 is how much? That is also 6.5. So people, that means this is also 6.5. This is also, everything is 6.5. Now we will go for geometric mean. Geometric mean should be 6. Look at option B. That means root of 9 into 4 is how much? The geometric mean is root of 9 into 4, right? So 9 into 4, then click root, which is equal to 6. That means option B is your answer. Very easy. It is there to save your time. Okay. Now the next question. If the mean of the following frequency distribution is 2.6, find the value of y is the question. Y is one of the missing frequency. Now here you tell me n value is how much, or sigma f value is how much. That means add everything. 8 to 18 plus 20, 24 plus y. That is sigma f. Then we need to write what? The x bar is equal to, what is the formula we know? Sigma fx divided by sigma f. So x bar is how much? 2.6, which is equal to sigma fx is now nothing but 8 into 1 is how much? The 8 plus 2 into 10 is how much? 20. Then plus 3y plus 8 plus 20 divided by what? 24 plus y. Now we need to cross multiply this. 24 plus y into 2.6, which is equal to 28 plus 8 is how much? 36. 36 plus 20 is how much? 56 plus 3y. Now open the bracket. 24 into 24 into 2.6, which is 62.4 plus 2.6y, which is equal to how much? The 56 plus 3y. Now people, take it to the other side and accordingly find it. Minus 56, which is equal to 6.4, 6.4, which is equal to 0.4y. So y is equal to how much? 6.4 divided by 0.4, which is equal to 16. Option A is your answer. Y is equal to 16 is your answer. Got the point up? Yes. Everyone understood this? Anyone is having doubt? Please tell me. Okay. Next question, very easy question. Which of the following measures of central tendency is based on the 50% of the central values? 50% of the central values. Who is based on that? Median. The AM and mode of data. Again, people, I'm telling you, very, very important. AM and mode are 32 and 26 respectively. Find the median. What is the formula we know? The mean minus mode is equal to 3 into mean minus median. Yes, mean is how much? We have the value 32 minus mode is how much? That is equal to 26. 3 mean means 3 into 32 minus 3 into median. Correct? Now just cross take it to the other side and accordingly find it for me. That means this will become what? 6 is equal to, or I will take the 6 to the other side. So 3 median is equal to 3 into 32 is how much? 3 into 32 is 96. 96 minus 6, which is equal to 3m is equal to 90. M is equal to what? 90 by 3, which is equal to 30. Option A is your answer. Next question, find out the mode of the following observation. So people look here, 125, 125, 125. 3 times 125 is repeated, right? Anything else is repeated? Nothing else is repeated, huh? Which is the most repeated? 125 is the most repeated value. Yes, 69 answer, 125. Yes. Now we are going for the September attempt of measure of central tendency. After finishing this, we will start off with measures of dispersion. Okay. If there are two groups with 10 and 12 observations and harmonic mean of the two groups are 3 and 5 respectively, combined harmonic mean. I told you, right, questions based on harmonic mean is nowadays very high. So harmonic mean combined, what is the formula? N1 plus N2 divided by N1 by H1 plus N2 by H2, which is equal to N1 plus N2 is how much? 22 divided by N1 is how much? 10. 10 divided by 3 plus 12 divided by 5, which is equal to how much is the question? People, take your calculator, find the denominator first. 10, clear the memory. 10 divided by 3, m plus 12 divided by 5, m plus, then click MRC, then divide equal to, multiply it with 22. How much you are getting? 3.83. Yes, so 3.83. The nearest answer is option 3, 3.8. So mode plus 2 mean, which is equal to 3 median. It is easy to remember, right, sir? Why am I teaching the other formula? Because certain times they can directly ask you the ratios and all. That time this formula will help you. That's why I am teaching this formula. Okay, whichever formula you are comfortable with, you can always use that. Okay, there is no question in why this formula and all. Whichever formula you know, you follow that. That is the easiest way. Calculate the harmonic mean of 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 6 and 1 by 9. People, what is the formula for harmonic mean? It is nothing but n divided by sigma 1 by x, which is equal to, n is how much? How many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 divided by 1 by 1 is how much? 1 plus 1 by 1 by 3 is how much? Reciprocal is 3. 1 by 1 by 6, 6. 1 by 1 by 9, that is 9, which is equal to 4 divided by 15, 18, 19, which is equal to how much? 4 divided by 19 is equal to 0.21. Option B is your answer. Next one. X and Y are related as 4x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. Mean of x is 10. That means 4 into 10 plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0. We need to find the value of y. That is the easiest way. So, which is equal to how much? 3y plus 4 plus 45 is equal to 0. So 3y is equal to minus 45. Y is equal to minus 45 by 3 is how much? Minus 15. Option B is your answer. Got the point? Next one. For a moderately skewed distribution, 145 students, the mean marks and median marks are given again. It is repeated. See this, people, I am telling you, you can expect a question based on this. The model marks is how much? Mean marks is given, median marks is given. What is the formula? Me minus mode, me mo is equal to how many me? 3 into mean minus median. Correct? Mean minus mode, mean is how much? 55.1 minus mode we need to find, which is equal to 3 into mean minus, what window? Yes, mean minus median, that is 55.1 minus 52.4, which is equal to 2.7 into 2.7. Now take it to the other side accordingly and find the value. So that means 3 into 2.7, then change the sign, plus 55.1, which is equal to 47. Correct? Mode is equal to 47. Answer is option A. The final question from measure of central tendency in the last 12 attempts. This is the question. A set contains 7 numbers whose average is 12. Okay, the average of 4 greater numbers is 18 and the average of 4 smaller numbers is how much? 8. Which of the following is the value of one of the number? The easiest way I'll tell you how to find it. One of the easiest shortcut I'm going to show you how to find this. That is average of, this is how much the, that is first 4 numbers is 18. From there I will find sigma x1. Then minus next 4 small numbers is there, right? From that I will find sigma x2 divided by. So since the following number occurs 2 times, why? Because they are telling 7 numbers are only there, but they are telling average of first 4 greater numbers and average of 4 smaller number. That means there can be a repetition. So divided by 2 is your answer. Okay, now people, sigma x1, how will you find the 18 into 4? 18 into 4, which is equal to how much? 72. Then sigma x2 is how much? 8 into 4, that is 32, which is equal to how much? 40 by 2. Answer is how much? 20. This is the shortcut, people. Option D is your answer, 74. So that is measures of central tendency for you people. Now we are going to start off with measures of dispersion. I hope that you understood the pattern. What all things got repeated again and again. Okay, yes. Adnani, so these questions are enough to score from this chapter. People, these were the questions which gave marks in the previous year. So the pattern you can expect a lot based on the same structure. Okay, yes. Jan 2021 we are going to start. Divide by 2. I told you, right, it can repeat 2 times. So one number. So in total only 7 numbers are there. They are telling 4 greater numbers and 4 smaller numbers. That means one number whichever is there, it is getting repeated. That's why we are getting it divided by 2. Okay. Now Jan 21, measures of dispersion. The best statistical measure used for comparing 2 series is what? The coefficient of variation. Option C. Now the next question for you is the relationship between P series and Q series is given by 2P minus 3Q minus 10 is equal to 0. Range is 18. Range of P series is 18. Range of Q series is how much? Instead of X and Y, what are they giving? Instead of X and Y, they are giving P and Q. People, in the case of dispersion, we will not consider the constant term. Correct? We will ignore the constant term. And we will not consider the sign of P and Q or X and Y also. So you can directly write 2P is equal to 3Q. What is given? P of range of P value is given, right? Instead of P, you can write 18. Then find the Q value. That is nothing but 36 divided by 3, which is equal to what? 12. Okay, next one. It is given that mean is 10 and standard deviation is 3.2. If the observations are increased by 4, we know that the mean is affected by origin. That means the mean also will get added by 4, which is 14. That means option A and B are wrong. Then what is the case of standard deviation? Will the standard deviation affected by origin? Standard deviation is not affected by origin, people. So it will remain the same. So answer is what? Option C is your answer. Next one, correct? It was 3.2. It is not going to change. Yes. Scale is just getting affected, right? Yes. Which of the following is a relative measure? Very easy. The coefficient of quartile is a relative measure. All the others are what? Absolute measures. Now we need to find what? Find the coefficient of mean deviation. About mean is the question, people. Coefficient of mean deviation. What is the formula for finding coefficient of mean deviation? Everyone knows the formula for finding coefficient of mean deviation. So coefficient of mean deviation is equal to that is nothing but mean deviation of x divided by x bar into 100 is the formula for coefficient of mean deviation. First of all, in order to find that, you need to find what? You need to find the value for mean deviation. What is the formula for mean deviation? That is nothing but sigma modulus of x minus x bar divided by n. Before that, you require the value of x bar. X bar is nothing but 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 13 plus 19 divided by how many terms are there? 3, 6, 7 terms are there, divided by 7, which is equal to 10.42. Everyone got it as 10.42? Yes, that is 10.42. Yes, 1 second. Yeah, okay, yeah, yes, da. Okay. Now, one thing I want to tell you is, people, if you are feeling like whatever I do, I am not able to study a chapter, and now you are going to write the JAN exam, right? If you are going to write the JAN exam and you are feeling like, oh, I'm spending a lot of time on one chapter and I'm not able to study that chapter, people, you don't have much time for that chapter. Ignore that chapter. Okay. If you study that chapter, it will again take your time. There is no point in that. So ignore. You can ignore that chapter. That is completely fine. Okay. Yes. Can you do that? Yes, you can always do that. Okay, fine. 10.42 is the x bar value. Now, people, you need to find the sigma x minus x bar value. One by one, I am going to tell you how to solve this. If you watch the marathon or our classes, it will be much easier for you. So, how are we going to do it? 5 minus 10.42. M plus or M minus. Since it is a negative value, you are going to click. Since modulus sign is there, you will click M minus. So 5 minus 10.42 M minus, then 7 minus 10.42 M minus, 7 minus 10.42 M minus. Why M minus? Because you are clicking it as what? A positive value you are saving it as. Then 8 minus 10.42, again M minus, 8 minus 10.42 M minus, then 10 minus 10.42 M minus, 10 minus 10.42 M minus, then 11 minus 10.42 M minus or M plus. M plus, why? Because it is a positive value. 11 minus 10.42 M plus, then 13 minus 10.42 M plus, 13 minus 10.42 M plus, then 19 minus 10.42 M plus, 19 minus 10.42 M plus, then click MRC, then you will click MRC, then divide by N. N is how much over here? N value is how much? 7 over here, right? Divide by 7. So that means you will get the MRC divided by 7. Then you are getting the mean deviation value. Mean deviation divided by x bar. X bar is how much? 10.42 divided by 10.42. Then multiply it with 100. How much are you getting? You are getting it as 32.1. 32.1. Option D is your answer. I hope that you got. Now we are going for July. Here is a direct question based on mean deviation. The mean deviation of the numbers 3, 10, 6, 11, 14, 17, 9, 8, 12. About mean is how much is the question. First we need to find x bar. X bar is how much? 3 plus 10 plus 6 plus 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 9 plus 8 plus 12 divided by how many terms are there in total? 3, 6, 9 terms are there in total. That is how much? 10. X bar is equal to 10. Now we know how to find the mean deviation. About mean. That is nothing but sigma modulus of x minus x bar divided by what? N. People, take your calculator, remove the clear the memory. Then what? X minus x bar, 3 minus 10. So 3 minus 10 M minus, 3 minus 10 M minus, then 10 minus 10 is 0. You can ignore that. Likewise 6 minus 10 accordingly you should write. So 3 minus 10 M minus, then 10 minus 10 is 0. That means 6 minus 10 M minus, 11 minus 10 which is positive, click M plus, 14 minus 10 positive M plus, 17 minus 10 positive M plus, 9 minus 10 which is negative M minus, 8 minus 10 which is negative M minus, 12 minus 10 which is positive M plus. MRC divided by how many terms are there in total? 10 terms are there in total. How much are you getting? You are getting it as 3.1. Option C is your answer. Next question. Standard deviation of first 9 natural numbers is the question, people. Very easy. What is the formula? Root of n square minus 1 divided by 12. That means root of 9 square is how much? 81 minus 1 divided by 12. That is 80 divided by 12, then equal to, then root, you are getting it as how much? 2.58. Option B is your answer. Next question, the probable value of mean deviation when quartile values are given. People, first find quartile deviation. Quartile deviation is how much? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q, which is equal to, that is 40 minus 15 divided by 2, that is 12.5. People, we know that, yes, 2SD is equal to 2.5, MD is equal to how many QTs? 3 QTs are there. Yes, 3 QD. Now, from this, what we need to find? The mean deviation we need to find. That means you can ignore this and you can take this, correct? Yes. From this, you will write 2.5 MD is equal to 3 into 12.5. From this, MD is equal to how much now? 12.5 divided by 2.5, then multiplied with 3, which is equal to 15. Okay, option A is your answer. Got the point? Yes. Next question. If the numbers are 5, 1, 8, 7, 2, coefficient of variation, what is the formula for finding coefficient of variation? That is nothing but CV is equal to standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. First of all, we need to find the value of standard deviation. What is the formula for finding standard deviation? SD is nothing but root of sigma x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. First of all, you need to find the value of x bar. X bar is how much now? 5 plus 1 plus 8 plus 7 plus 2, which is equal to 23 divided by, which is equal to 4.6 something you are getting. Yes, 15 now. Oh, previous one. Yes, 4.6. This is 4.6. Then we need to find the value of x minus x bar the whole square. How are you going to find? 5 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, then 1 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, 8 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, 7 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, then 2 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, then you will click what? The MRC, then divide by what? N is how much? How many terms are there? 5 terms are there. Then click what? Equal to, then root. You will get the answer. Just do it. Clear the memory first. 5 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, then 1 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, 8 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, 7 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, 2 minus 4.6 into equal to m plus, MRC divide by how much? 5. Then you click equal to, then click root. You are getting the answer of coefficient of variation. Correct? You are getting a value. Yes. You are getting a value that is how much? 2.7276 some value you are getting. That is your standard deviation. Correct? Once you get the standard deviation, you need to divide it with what? Divide with x bar. X bar is how much? 4.6. Take your calculator, divide by 4.6. Then multiply it with 100. Multiply it with 100. You are getting it as 59.2. Option is option B is your answer. Nearest answer is there. Next one. If every observation is increased by 7, then the standard deviation is affected or mean deviation is affected, quartile deviation is affected. Is any of this affected by change of origin? No, that means not at all affected. Option C is the answer. Next question. In a school, if a school has 14 teachers, their heights are given, then the average deviation means what? The mean deviation we need to find. Yes, mean deviation, first of all you need to find x bar value. X bar is nothing but add everything and divide by number of terms. Number of terms is how much? 14. That means 172 plus 173 plus, then 164 plus 178 plus 168 plus 169 plus 173 plus 172 plus, then 173 plus 164 plus 178 plus 168 plus 169 plus 173. So you got that entire sum, right? Now after finding the sum, you need to divide it with what? You need to divide it with 14. You are getting it as 171. Now people, I'll tell you another method to find how many hours this. Now I think it will take more like around 1 hour. It will get completed. Okay. Yes. Now we need to find the mean deviation. I'll tell you another method to find mean deviation. People, we know that it is sigma. What is the formula for mean deviation? That is sigma modulus of x minus x bar divided by n. Correct? Now x minus x bar modulus, that means 172 and 175, 171. How much is the difference? 1 is the difference. 1 plus 2 plus, this is how much? 7 is the difference, plus 7 is the difference. This is how much? 3 is the difference. This is how much? 2 is the difference. This is how much? 2 is the difference. This is how much? 1 is the difference. This is how much? 2 is the difference. This is how much? 7 is the difference. This is how much? 7 is the difference. This is how much? 3 is the difference. This is how much? 2 is the difference. This is how much? 2 is the difference. Add everything. Divide by how much? Divide by how many terms are there? 14 terms are there. Then you will get it as 3.43. That's your answer. That way also you can do it. Okay. Next one. Relationship between x and y are given by 2x plus 3y is equal to 10. Range of y is 10. What is the range of x? What is the method I told you? Always write 2x is equal to 3y. Ignore negativity. Don't even consider signs over there. Plus or minus, whatever it is. Ignore it. So 2x is equal to 3y. From that, y is equal to how much? 10. So 2 into x is equal to 2x is equal to 3 into 10 is how much? 30. X is equal to how much? 15. This way you can find it much easier. Okay. Next one, December 2021. There were only 2 questions in this attempt. Marks secured by 5 students in a subject are 82, 73, 69, 84, 66. Coefficient of range. People, coefficient of range. What is the formula? Largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100. Largest value is how much over here? 84, right? Smallest value is how much over here? 66. That means 84 minus 66 divided by 84 plus 66 into 100. Take me the divide by how much now? This is 150 into 100. This is how much now? 80 now? Yes, 80. Take me the, give me the answer. 18 into 100 divided by 150, which is equal to 12. Option B is your answer. Very easy, right? Next one. For a data having odd number of values, the difference between the first and middle value is equal to the difference between last and middle value. Similarly, difference between the second and middle value is equal to that of second last and middle values. Therefore, the middle value is equal to how much is the question? People, what is given in the question? They are telling they are having how many numbers are there in total? Odd numbers are there. For example, randomly I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers are there. Let it be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what are they telling? The difference between first and middle value. First and middle value is what? 1 and 3. And the middle value is equal to difference between the first and middle value is equal to difference between the last and middle value. Similarly, difference between the second and middle value is equal to that of second last and middle value, that is equal to 1. Therefore, the middle value is equal to what? Middle value is nothing but 1 plus 5 divided by 2, which is equal to what? 3. That is nothing but our mean. Okay. Yes. Now, which measure of dispersion is based on absolute deviation? What is the value? The answer is mean deviation, which is considering everything. Okay. Now, so you're explaining very understandable. Okay. Thank you, Lasia. Yes. What is the mean deviation about mean for the following data? Very easy. First, you need to find. I already told you the method. Multiple times I told you the method. X bar is equal to what? 11 plus 8 plus 10 plus 10 plus 12 plus 9 divided by how many terms are there in total? 6 terms are divided in total. That means 10 is your X bar. Now how to find mean deviation? I told you. What is the difference between 11 and 10? 1 plus. What is the difference between 8 and 10? 2. Why are we not considering minus? Because there is a modulus in our mean deviation formula. Then 10 and 10 0. Then 10 and 10 0. 12 and 10 is 2. Then 9 and 10 is 1, then the entire thing is divided by how many terms are there in total? 6, which is equal to 1 plus 2 is 6, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6 by 6, which is equal to 1. Option A is your answer. Very easy. Now, following are the ages of 8 employees in a small firm. Okay, given the range and its coefficient is the question. We can first find the range. Range is nothing but what? The largest minus smallest, which is the largest value 96, right? Which is the smallest value 50. Direct question. 96 minus 50, which is equal to what? 46. Looking at that, only one option is having 46. That is option A. So option A is our answer. How to find coefficient of range? You know, right? Coefficient of range is nothing but largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100. Okay, that you can find it yourself. Now coming to the find the standard deviation and coefficient of variation. People, what is the formula for standard deviation? Standard deviation is equal to root of sigma x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. Either you can find it using this method, or we have another formula also. That also I'll show you in the coming questions. That time I will use. Now here, what is the x bar value? First we need to find x bar. X bar is nothing but 1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 9 plus 8 divided by how many terms are there in total? 5 terms, right? That is 1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 9 plus 8 divided by 5 terms are there. Sorry, 5 terms, that is 5.8. X bar is equal to 5.8. Now what are we going to do? X minus x bar, that is 1 minus, clear the memory, 1 minus 5.8 into equal to m plus 6 minus 5.8 into equal to m plus 5 minus 5.8 into equal to m plus 9 minus 5.8 into equal to m plus then 8 minus 5.8 into equal to m plus mrc, then divide by how much? How many terms are there? 5 terms are there. You are getting it as how much? 2.78 you are getting. So that means standard deviation is equal to, then click root. I forgot to tell you root. Anyway, answer is 2.78. That means option B and option D are wrong. Once you get standard deviation, how will you find the value of coefficient of variation? The CV is nothing but standard deviation of x divided by x bar into 100, which is equal to how much? That is 2.78, this much, divided by x bar is how much? 5.8 multiplied with 100. You are getting it as 40. Yes, 1 second. 40, okay. I took the entire value, that's why the nearest answer is option C itself. Yes. Next one, arithmetic mean and coefficient of variation of x and y, x are 10 and 30 respectively. Find the variance of how much? 30 minus 2x. That means y is equal to 30 minus 2x. We need to find the variance value. Okay, people. So what all things are given? Coefficient of variation is given. That means CV of x is nothing but standard deviation of x divided by x bar into 100. From this you find the value of standard deviation of x. That is coefficient of variation 30. Then standard deviation of x we need to find. X bar is how much? 10. Then 100 is there. Cancel, 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 cancel. Standard deviation of x is equal to how much? 3. We got the standard deviation of x value. Now substitute over here. So I told you should ignore negative sign or positive sign and constant terms. That means y is equal to how much? 2x. Instead of x you are going to put what? 3. So y is equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to what? 6. People, this is standard deviation of y. What are they asking? They are asking us variance. How to find variance? Variance is nothing but variance is equal to standard deviation of y square, which is equal to 6 square, which is equal to what? 36. Option D is your answer. Next question. December 2022. If the coefficient of variation and standard deviation are 30 and 12 respectively, the arithmetic mean is what? Direct question. We know the formula. Coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. So coefficient of variation is how much here? That is 30. The standard deviation is how much here? 12. X bar into 100. X bar goes to the other side, which is nothing but 12 into 100 divided by 30. Take your calculator. Please do this for me. Very easy. Answer is how much? 40. Option A is your answer. Next question. Last year 6 is not the answer. They are asking for what? Variance. That's why we squared. Yes, correct answer. Good. Next one. Dash is based on all the observation. What is based on all the observation? Mean deviation is based on all the observations. Then dash is based on central 50% quartile deviation. So option B is your answer. It is a repeated question. Okay. Next one. Dash, which of the following is not a method of dispersion? It is a repeated question which was asked in, I think, September attempt. This question was there. Concurrent deviation method is not a measure of dispersion. Mean deviation is minimum when taken from median. Direct question. The sum of the squares of values is equal to 3390. The number of observation is, that means n value is 30, sigma x square is 3390. Then the standard deviation is 7. That means SD value is given, which is equal to 7. Mean value we need to find. Which formula? I told you, right, standard deviation has another formula. That formula we should use, otherwise we will not get the answer. That is root of sigma x square divided by n minus x bar the whole square. Use this formula, then you can find mean. Whenever they are asking mean, you should use this formula. Then only you will get the answer. Okay. Standard deviation is how much? Which is given as 7. 7 is equal to root of 3390 divided by 30 minus x bar the whole square. Square both sides. That means 7 square will be 49 is equal to 3390 divided by 30 is equal to how much now? 113 minus x bar square. Take it to the other side. X bar square is equal to 64. That means x bar is equal to what? Root of 64. That is 8. Option C is your answer. Now, if the variance of a random variable x is 17, then the variance of y is how much? People, I used to say all the time, whenever variance is given, you need to convert it into standard deviation. Then only you can find the answer. Otherwise, you will get a wrong answer. So that means standard deviation of x is how much now? Root of 17. So now you take y is equal to 2x. You can ignore constant value because it is independent of change of origin. So instead of x, you are going to put what? The root of 17. Now they are asked, this is standard deviation of y. They are asking for variance. So how will you find variance? The variance is nothing but square both sides. That means 2 root 17 the whole square, which is nothing but 4 into 7, which is equal to 68. 68. Option C is your answer. Next question, people. If the variance of given data is 12, then 1 second. Okay, fine. Yes. Yeah. If the variance of given data is 12, their mean value is 40 and the coefficient of variation is how much is the question. People, variance is given. That means standard deviation is how much now? Root 12. Then mean value x bar is given, that is 40. We need to find coefficient of variation. Very easy. CV is equal to what? Standard deviation divided by x bar into 100, which is equal to root 12 divided by x bar is how much? 40 into 100. Take your calculator. Then 12, then click root 12, then click root, multiply it with 100, divide by 40, which is equal to 8.66%. Option D is your answer. I hope that everyone got this. Yes. Next one, can we do? Yeah. Yes. Good. Next one. In a given data, the observations of same values, the variance would be how much? Yes. People, in a given set, if all the observations are same, is there any variance or standard deviation? There is no deviation. Answer is 0. The first quartile is 56.5, third quartile is 70.5, coefficient of quartile deviation. People, what is the coefficient of QD formula? That is nothing but Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1 into 100. So Q3 is how much over here? Third quartile is 77.5. First quartile is 56.5. Third quartile is 76.5 plus 56.5. Take your calculator and start doing it. So which is equal to how much? If I want to write, I can directly write, which is equal to 77 minus 56 is how much? 21 divided by. So 76.5 plus 56.5, which is equal to 133 into 100. That is how much? The 2100 divided by 133, which is equal to 15.78. Option 15.78. I think the nearest answer should be gone. Option B is your answer. Yes. Type the answer. Everyone got the same answer? Yes, yes, it's fine. Then it's fine. Yes, good. Yeah. Next one, June 2023, people. Now we are going for the syllabus stage part. Yes. If x and y are related as 4x plus 3y plus 11 is equal to 0, mean deviation is 7.2, mean deviation of x is how much, people? You will directly write 4x is equal to 3y. Instead of y, you will put what? 7.2. That means 4x is equal to 3 into 7.2. From there, x is equal to how much? 3 into 7.2 divided by 4, which is equal to 5.4. Option D is your answer. Now the next question, again a question based on mean deviation. Mean deviation about the mean for the data 12, 16, 12, 30, 35, 39, 40 is how much is the question? First we need to find the value of x bar. X bar is how much? 12 plus 16 plus 24 plus 30 plus 35 plus 39 plus 40, which is equal to 196 divided by how many terms are there? 3, 6, 7 terms are there, which is equal to 28. Okay, 28 terms are there. Now we need to find the mean deviation. 28 and 12, how much is the difference? 16. 28 and 16, how much is the difference? 12. So 16 plus 12 plus 28 and 4, 24, 4. Then 28 and 30, 2. 28 and 35, 7. 28 and 39, 11. Then 28 and 40, 12. Entire thing divided by 7. That is how much? 16 plus 12 plus 4 plus 2 plus 7 plus 11 plus 12 divided by how much? Divided by 7, which is equal to 9.14. Option A is your answer. Okay, this method you can use. It is a shortcut method. Then next question. If the first quartile is 42.7, third quartile is 70 to 74.25, then the coefficient of quartile deviation. Very easy. We just did a question based on this. Coefficient of QD is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. Q3 minus Q1 is how much? 74.25 minus 42.75 divided by Q3 plus Q1. That is how much? 42.75 plus 74.25. Into what? Into 100. Take your calculator. First find the denominator. Clear the memory. Yes. How much are you getting now? That is 42.75 plus 74.25. Then click M plus. Then find the numerator. 74.25 minus 42.75. Then divide by MRC. Then multiply it with 100. How much are you getting? 26.92. Option D is your answer. Good, good, good. Next one, very interesting question, a concept based question. Very good, very good. 105th question. Please have a note at this. Now, if the standard deviation of the data, first data set is given 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 17 is 4.47. Then the standard deviation of the data 4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 34 is how much? Look here, 2 is becoming 4. That means into 2. 4 is becoming 8 into 2. 5 is becoming 10 into 2, 6 is becoming 12 into 2, 8 is becoming 16 into 2, 17 is becoming 34 into 2. That means each observation is getting multiplied with 2. What will happen to standard deviation or whatever deviation is given here? People, change of scale means our original value will also get multiplied. That means 4.47 into 2 is how much? Which is equal to 8.94. Option B is your answer. Okay, yes, we did the same question already. Yes, mean and variance of a group of 100 observations are 8 and 9 respectively. Out of the 100 observation, the mean and standard deviation of 60 observation is 10 and 2, and the standard deviation of the remaining 40 observation is how much is the question. People, we have done this in class, we have done this in marathon. Anyway, it is a wrong question. The answer won't be directly there. If the question was find the variance, it would have been a direct answer. You can check the video or you can try it yourself. You should use the combined standard deviation formula and try it. Okay, please try it yourself. If you want to have reference, check our class video. Okay, next question. For a given set of normally distributed data, the following statistical parameters are known. Mean is 6. Standard deviation is 2.6, median is 5, quartile deviation is 1.5, coefficient of quartile deviation. People, Coefficient of quartile deviation has another formula. I told you that is quartile deviation divided by median into 100, which is quartile deviation is how much here? 1.5. Median is how much? 5 into 100, which is equal to 30. Option A is your answer. Now December 2023, again a question based on what a quartile deviation. There will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be doing direction test. Okay. If the quartile deviation is 12, quartile deviation is 12, first quartile is 25, value of third quartile. Very easy. Now, what is the formula for quartile deviation? That is nothing but Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Quartile deviation is how much? 12. Q3 we need to find. Q1 is how much? 25. Then divide by 2. Cross multiply. That means 24 is equal to Q3 minus 25. That means Q3 is equal to how much? 40. 25 plus 24, that is 49. Option B is your answer. It will be in the evening after 6 o'clock. Okay, it will be mostly 7. If x and y are related like this, 3x minus 4y is equal to 20. Quartile deviation of x is 12. Then quartile deviation of y is how much? People, I told you, you can directly write 3x is equal to 4y. Directly write that. Ignore the signs and constants. Yes. Then x value is how much? 12. 3 into 12, which is equal to 4 into y. From this, cancel things. Y is equal to how much? 9. Option A is your answer. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. Yes. June 2024. People. Yes. Coefficient of range. What is coefficient of range? What is the formula for coefficient of range? That is nothing but largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100. People, here largest value is how much? 94. Correct? 94. Minus smallest value is how much? Minus 6. Minus of minus 6 divided by 94. Plus and minus will become minus. That is minus 6. Minus and minus will become plus. Into what? Into 100. Yes. Which is equal to how much? 100 into 100 is 10,000 divided by 88. Take your calculator. Which is equal to 113.6. Option D is your answer. Very easy, right? Yes. Another repeated question. For the first 20 natural numbers, standard deviation SD for n natural number is what? N square minus 1 divided by 12, which is equal to root of 20 square minus 1 divided by 12. Take your calculator. 20 into equal to minus 1, then divide by 12, then click root. How much is your answer? 5.77 is your answer. Yes. Next question. If the mean deviation about arithmetic mean is 1.78, arithmetic mean is 3.5, coefficient of mean deviation about arithmetic mean, people, very easy. Directly they have given coefficient of mean deviation is nothing but mean deviation divided by arithmetic mean into 100, which is mean deviation is how much? 1.78 divided by 3.5 into what? 100. So 1.78 divided by 3.5 multiplied with 100. How much you are getting? That 50.85. Option A is your answer, people. Next one. The arithmetic mean and coefficient of variation of y are 5 and 20 respectively. Variance of x is the question. X is equal to how much? 12 minus 3y is the question. Now people, coefficient of variation and what is the formula? Coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by, here y is given, that means y bar you can take, multiplied with 100. Coefficient of variation is how much given as 20. Then standard deviation of y we need to find. Similar question we already did. Y bar is how much here? 5 into 100. People, cross multiply. Standard deviation of y is equal to how much? 100 by 100, which is equal to 1. Now people, take this. Can I take x is equal to 3y? I will ignore negative sign. I will ignore constant value. Yes. Instead of y, I am going to put what? 1. That means x is equal to 3. Now people, the next question is variance is the question, right? Since variance is the question, you need to square x. Standard deviation of x square. This is standard deviation of x. That means 3 square, which is equal to 9. Option A is your answer. Next one. Yes, baby Shasha, right answer. If a data set 25% of the smaller 25% of the values are smaller than 30, 1/4 of the values are larger than 70, then the coefficient of quartile deviation is how much is the question? It's a very good question. Okay, people, look here. So 25% of the values are less than 30. That means if 30 is here, and what else is there? 1/4 of the values are larger than 70. Then there will be a middle value also, right? Yes, that is Q2. This is Q1. This is Q3. People, 25% less and 25% more. People, this side, this side, this side, this side, a quartile will divide. 3 quartiles are there to divide it into how many equal parts? 4 equal parts. That is the basic way they gave, but they asked it in a different way. That is the question. Now Q1 value is 30, Q3 value is 70. We need to find coefficient of quartile deviation. What is the formula for coefficient of quartile deviation? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1 into 100, which is equal to 70 minus 30 is how much? 40. 70 plus 30 is how much? 100 into 100, which is equal to 40. Option A is your answer. Got the logic? Yes. Good. Next one. It's a very good question, people. Look here. Consider the data set. X values are given as set of, I'll write it minus 6, minus 2, 2, 6. I'm writing it in the increasing order. Okay. Hello, Shagu. Hello. Y values are given as, which is the 2, 4, 6, 8. Then Z values are given as 100, 101, 102. Then what is given? The 103. All these values are given over here. Now people, look here. Let S x, standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, standard deviation of z be the standard deviation of x, y and z respectively. Then the relation how are they related is the question. People, what is the basic meaning of standard deviation? Deviation means the spread, right? That means how much they are getting deviated. Look here, how much is the deviation? Each value has a higher deviation of, if you ask me, each is getting added with plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Here the deviation, if you ask me, it is plus 2. Here it is what? The plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Which is having the highest deviation? From minus 6 to 6. Too much deviation. So standard deviation is highest for what? X. So standard deviation is highest for X. Second it is for Y. Third it is for Z. That's why it is option B. Got the logic? You don't need to find the answer. I mean, using formula and all, there is no need to find the answer. You can directly get the answer using that logic. Now September 2024. Now I think 4 more attempts are pending. Once that is done, our chapter is done. Good. Next one, people. What is the coefficient of range for the observations given here? Which is the largest value? 60. Which is the smallest value given here? 20. So what is coefficient of range? You tell me the largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100, which is equal to, largest is 60. 60 minus 20 is how much? This is large, this is small. Largest minus 60 minus 20 is 40 divided by 80 into 100, which is equal to how much? Which is equal to 50. Option A is your answer. In which of the following there is no impact of presence of extreme observation? Extreme values, quartile deviation is based on central 50% of the value. So option A is your answer. If each observation of a data set is divided by 10, standard deviation of the new observation is how much? People, I told you, standard deviation is affected by change of origin and change of scale. That means, no, sorry for that. Standard deviation is affected only by change of scale. That means it is affected by multiplication and division. Origin, it is not affected. Plus or minus does not affect it, but into and division affects it. That means divide by 10 means all the observations will get divided by 10, means standard deviation of the new observation will also get divided by 10. So answer is 1 by 10 of the standard deviation of the original observation. Sir, I am a non-max student. How can I do it? So which one are you asking now? Harvey? Yes. How are you? Have you started studying or have you started using calculator? Have you completed topics? Based on that, can you tell me now? So based on that, I'll help you out. Okay. Standard deviation of the series 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We need to find the standard deviation. It is very easy. First, what is the formula for standard deviation? That is nothing but root of sigma x minus x bar, the whole square divided by n. Anyone can do it, whether you are a non-math or a math student. It doesn't matter. You have a calculator. Most of the question can be solved with a calculator itself. So don't worry much about things. It is possible to clear. Okay. Yes. So x bar is how much? First we need to find x bar. Here look here, there is a constant thing, right? That means you can take the average of first and last term. That is 3 plus 15 by 2 is how much? That is 18 by 2, which is equal to 9. X bar is equal to 9. So x minus x bar, that means take your calculator. 3 minus 9 into equal to, so first clear the memory. 3 minus 9 into equal to m plus 6 minus 9 into equal to m plus 9 minus 9 is 0. That's okay. Then what is that? 12 minus 9 into equal to m plus 15 minus 9 into equal to m plus then MRC, then divided by how much? MRC divided by n is how much? 1 2 3 4 5 divided by 5. Then click what? Root. How much are you getting? Yes, 4.24. Option A is your answer. Thank you, Mayank. Yes. Yes. Next one. The quartile deviation. So just like that, I just did that just using calculator. So the calculation part is only required, and we have a calculator for that. Yes. So I have done full QA with your all videos. Okay, great. Good. Start solving more questions. That's why I am doing this PYQ series. Use that, you will be able to solve maximum number of questions. Now we are going to find quartile deviation of distributions given below. People, here it is discrete grouped data. Whenever discrete group data are given, first step is what? First step anyway we will find CF value 2, 6 plus this is 14 plus 4 is how much? 22 plus 3 is 23. Correct? Yes, 6 20 14 okay, 1 second. 2 plus 4 6 plus 8 14 plus 4 18 plus 1 is 19. N value is 19. Complete N values are given over here, right? Yes. Now we need to find what the quartile deviation we need to find. For that we require Q1 and we require Q3. Q1, how will you find? Q1 is nothing but I by 4 into n plus 1th value. Q1 is 1 by 4 into n plus 1th value. That is nothing but n plus 1 is how much? 19 plus 1 is how much? 20. 20 by 4 is how much? That is 5th value. 5th value means the next highest CF value we should just corresponding highest the next corresponding highest CF value is how much? 6. That means our Q1 value is equal to 3. Similarly, Q3 value we need to find. That is nothing but 3 by 4 into n plus 1th value, which is equal to n plus 1 is how much? 20. 20 by 4 is how much? 5. 5 into 3 is how much? 15th value. Next highest CF is 18. So corresponding x value is how much? 5. So Q3 value is equal to 5. So we have Q1 and Q3. So how to find quartile deviation? That is nothing but Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, which is equal to 5 minus 3 divided by 2, that is 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. Option B is the answer. Yes, Bharat, I will try to do it. The timing is the problem. That's why I can't do that. Measures of central tendency and index number time value of money I have completed. Remaining I have to do so. Okay, you can start off. Time is still there. Go for logical reasoning next. That means 4 chapters, 20 marks you will get. Go for that next. Okay, that means you are going to that higher, what to say, you're coming to, then statistical description also you try. That means 20 plus 20 plus 14 plus, you are aiming for around 65 marks. Always go for that. Okay, next one. Standard deviation of the data 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 17, etc. is 23.33. Then what is happening here? 2 is getting multiplied by 2, 4 is getting multiplied by 2, everything is getting multiplied by 2. That means this also will get multiplied by 2. Answer is how much? 46.66. Option A is your answer. Next question. The values of first quartile and third quartile are 36.5 and 57.5 respectively. Then semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range is nothing but what? QD. That is quartile deviation. Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, which is equal to 57.5 minus 36.5 divided by what? 2, which is equal to how much? 21 by 2, 10.5. Option C is your answer. Next question. X and Y are related like this. 4x plus 2y plus 12 is equal to 0. Mean deviation of x is 4.5. Mean deviation of y is how much is the question? Very easy. Directly write 4x is equal to 2y. Instead of x, you will put 4.5. That means 4 into 4.5, which is equal to 2 into y. So 2 and this got cancelled. So 2 into 4.5 is how much done? 9 is equal to y. Option A is your answer. Direct answer. Next one. For a distribution mean is 30, standard deviation is 2. Coefficient of variation is how much is the question. What is the formula for coefficient of variation? The CV is equal to standard deviation divided by x bar into 100, which is equal to standard deviation is how much? The 2. X bar is how much? The 30 into 100. Very easy. 200 divided by 30, which is equal to 6.666. That is 6.67%. Option B is the answer. Mean deviation is dash when the deviations are taken from median. We already solved the question. Answer is what? The minimum. Option -9. No, Pavani, it's not right. It's not like that. I told you one thing. Whenever you are getting this question, you will ignore the negative sign. You will directly write 4x is equal to 2y. We will just like Vijay ignore negativity. Don't take negative values over there. Just write 4x is equal to 2y. Okay. Answer is not -9. Very important. Okay. That's what I was telling from the beginning itself. This is a question based on dispersion. Negative value is not affecting it. Okay. Constant value is not affecting it. Directly write 4x is equal to 2y. If it was a question based on mean, median or mode, you should have wrote the negative value and the constant value. Not for dispersion. May 2025. We are coming to the last 2 attempts. We will finish everything in just like 15 minutes. Then this chapter is over. Okay. Which of the following is not a method of dispersion? I told you it was a repeated question. Concurrent deviation method. Where is it used? It is used in correlation in order to find what? Correlation coefficient R. Find out the coefficient of variation. Okay. Coefficient of variation is what? The standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. Now, standard deviation is given 3. X bar is how much? The x bar is nothing but that is 280 divided by 14, which is equal to 20 into 100. That means which is equal to how much? 15. Option B is your answer. Should we ignore negative signs? Yes, last year you should ignore. Next one. Monthly profit and loss for 6 months of a firm is under like this. Months are given. Then the profit and loss are given. Then coefficient of range. Hey, very easy. Coefficient of range. What is the formula for coefficient of range? The largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100. People, largest value is how much over here? 2000. Okay. Smallest value is how much here? Minus 400. That means minus of minus 400 divided by largest plus smallest. That means 2000 plus of minus 400 into 100. Yes. So 2000 minus of minus will become what? The plus. I'll tell you about that in 1 second. Okay. 2000 minus of minus will become plus. That means 2400 divided by, so 2000 minus 400 is how much? 1600 into 100. Take your calculator and please do it for me. 2400 divided by 1600 multiplied with 100, which is equal to 150. Option B is your answer. So when are we ignoring negative sign? People, whenever we are dealing questions like this, whether it is in the case of dispersion, you can directly always write 4x is equal to 2y. Okay. If the question was like this, 3x plus 6y plus 10 is equal to 30, then they are telling that mean deviation of y is equal to 3. Find mean deviation of x. You can directly write 3x is equal to 6y. From instead of mean deviation of x, you will put what? The mean deviation of y, you will put what? The 3. That means 3x is equal to 6 into 3. X is equal to how much? Cancel 6. Likewise, you got mean deviation of x. So, but questions in dispersion, you can always do like that. But what if it was a question like say question based on central tendency? Okay. They are telling 2x plus 4y is equal to 10, and they are giving you one more thing. Mean of x is equal to 4. Find mean of y. That is the question. People, here you can't ignore negativity and you can't ignore the constant value. So you need to find what the y value. So 4y is equal to 10 minus 2x. You can't ignore constant value. You can't ignore the negative sign. So 4y is equal to 10 minus 2 into, instead of x you will put what? 2 into 4. 2 into 4. So 4y is equal to 10 minus 8, that is 2. Y is equal to 2 by 4, which is equal to 0.5. Are you getting the logic now? When it is a measure of central tendency, you can't ignore. When it is measure of dispersion, you can ignore. Okay? Yes. Which of the following is an absolute measure of dispersion? What is it? One second. Very important thing. Which of the measure is an absolute measure of dispersion for open-ended distribution? For open-ended distribution, it is always quartile deviation. Very important. Okay? Got the logic? Next one. September 2025, the last attempt, we had very less questions and the questions were very direct. Best measure of dispersion for open-ended, just like the previous attempt, they repeated. Open-ended classification is what? Quartile deviation, and which does not change with the change of what? The change of origin. So answer is option C. Coefficient of range, largest minus smallest divided by largest plus smallest into 100. Largest is how much? 93. Smallest is how much? 53. So largest minus smallest is 93 minus 53 is how much? 40 divided by 93 plus 53 is how much? 93 plus 53, the 3, which is equal to 146 into 100. So 40 divided by 146 into 100 is equal to 27.39. Option B is your answer. 27.39. Dash, if the sum of 10 values is 20, sum of the squares of these values is 80, standard deviation is how much? What all things are given? Sigma x square is given, correct? That is how much? 80. Then sigma x is given, how much? 20. Then n value is given, how much? 10. So people, all these things are given. Can you find standard deviation? What formula are we going to use? Standard deviation is equal to root of sigma x square divided by n minus x bar the whole square. People, you will do one more thing. Instead of x bar, can I write it as sigma x divided by n the whole square? Yes, formula for sigma, formulas for mean. That means sigma x square is how much? 80 divided by n is how much? 10 minus, instead of x bar, what are we going to write? I think I misspelled the previous one. That is, x bar is how much? Sigma x divided by n the whole square, correct? Which is equal to root of 8 minus sigma x is how much? Sigma x is 20. 20 by 10 is how much? 2. So 2 square, that is nothing but 4, which is equal to root of 4, which is 2. Option B is your answer. Next one. Data set has first 11 positive multiples of 6. The semi-interquartile range is how much is the question? Very easy. First 11 positive multiple of 6. Which are the first 11 positive multiple of 6? 6 is there. 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66. Correct? 3, 6. Then 9, 11, everything is there. Then what we need to find? The semi-interquartile range we need to find. What is semi-interquartile range? Semi-interquartile range is nothing but quartile deviation, that is Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. How to find Q3? Q3 is very easy to find, right? Q3 is nothing but what? 3 by 4 into n plus 1th value. N plus 1 is how much? Here 11 terms are there. 11 plus 1 is 12th value, correct? So that means which is equal to 9th value, right? 9th value is which one here? 9th value is nothing but 54. Everyone got 54? Similarly, Q1, how will you find? 1 by 4 into 12, that is how much? 3rd value. 3rd value is how much? That is nothing but 18. People, you have Q3, you have Q1. How to find QD? QD is nothing but 54 minus 18 divided by 2. 54 minus 18 divided by 2, which is equal to how much? 18 you are getting now. Yes, option C is your answer. I think everyone got the answer. Did you get the answer? 1 second. Yes, some people wrote some other answer, that's why. Yes. Yeah. Fine now. Yes, correct. Next one, last and final question. Then this big chapter is done. Okay, find the coefficient of variation for the following numbers. Which are the numbers? The 7, 9, 7, 5, 9, 3, 6. People, first you need to find x bar. X bar is how much? The 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3 plus 6, which is equal to how much? 30 divided by how much? 5, which is equal to how much? 6. Then we need to find standard deviation. Standard deviation, first formula we will use, that is sigma x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. N is how much here? 5. That means x minus x bar. Clear the memory first. That is 7 minus 6 into equal to m plus 5 minus 6 into equal to m plus 9 minus 6 into equal to m plus 3 minus 6 into equal to m plus 6 minus 6 anyway is 0. Then click MRC divided by 5. Then click root. How divided by 5? Then click root. How much are you getting now? Which is equal to 2. Standard deviation is equal to 2. Now we need to find coefficient of variation. That is nothing but standard deviation divided by x bar into 100, which is equal to 2 by 6 into 100. That is nothing but what? 33.33. Option A is your answer. People, with that we have completed chapter 14, all the PYQs. Okay, so people, please do work out these questions. It will help you out clear the examination. Okay, 1 second, my laptop charger is getting over. So start solving everything and use our marathons, use our class videos, calculation series, everything. The playlist I am updating, that also you can use. Then as I told, I'll update on how to prepare in the last 20 days. See now, I'll put a video regarding that also. Okay, thank you babies and everyone. Thank you so much. Do well. If any doubt is there, now you can ask in the description. Sorry, in the comment box.